Something about Kourtney Kardashian has shifted, and people can feel it even before they can explain it. The calm, unbothered, soft-spoken woman who used to laugh easily and float through family chaos like nothing could shake her suddenly looks tense, withdrawn, and strangely distant. It's not a dramatic fall or a public meltdown, it's something quieter. A slow dimming of the spark she used to carry everywhere. And the closer you look, the more people are asking the same question. What is really going on behind the walls of her world with Travis Barker? Kourtney was always the sister who lived life on her own terms. She took breaks from filming, stood her ground, chose peace over pressure, and moved through every situation with her own rhythm. But when her relationship with Travis took off, the change was almost instant. At first, it looked like pure happiness, freedom, excitement, a romantic whirlwind that finally gave her the attention she deserved. Then slowly that glow faded, replaced with something heavier. Friends noticed she stopped reaching out. Family noticed she wasn't showing up. Fans noticed the energy wasn't the same. It felt like Kourtney, the Kourtney everyone knew for years, was slipping further into the background. What caught people off guard, that wasn't just her stepping back from the spotlight. It was the way she stepped back from the people closest to her. Lifelong friends, women she grew up with, worked with, traveled with. Suddenly she wasn't calling, wasn't texting, wasn't showing up to things she used to love. Some of those friends later said they didn't even recognize her anymore, like she had disappeared into another world. And that same distance made its way into her family. Moments that used to feel natural between her, Kim, and Khloe suddenly looked stiff and uncomfortable on camera. Conversations felt cold, reactions felt guarded. Even viewers noticed that the warmth was missing. One moment that shocked everyone was when she revealed her pregnancy with Rocky to the world before even telling her own family. Fans assumed they already knew. This is a family that shares everything. But it turned out the announcement went straight to the public, leaving Kris and the rest of them blindsided in real time. And when photos surfaced from Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party, the sisters were smiling, laughing, glowing. But Kourtney looked like her mind was somewhere else entirely. Heavy, disconnected, almost as if she wanted to bolt out of the room. But the most heartbreaking part is the shift happening inside her home, especially with her kids. There was a moment on the show where her son, Rain, gently told her he felt uncomfortable with all the affection between her and Travis in front of them. Instead of slowing down, she brushed it off. Penelope struggled even earlier, becoming emotional when she learned her mom was getting engaged, because she wasn't included in the proposal at all. Imagine finding out your own parent got engaged through someone else's phone. Fans felt that moment deeply because it showed just how many emotional gaps were forming inside the home. Then came the 5K charity run, a scene that went viral for all the wrong reasons. Kourtney told Travis repeatedly that she wasn't ready, wasn't trained, wasn't in the right physical state. She had just been breastfeeding and didn't want to push her body past its limit. But the second the run began, Travis held onto her hand and pulled forward like she had to match his pace. She was overwhelmed, breathless, stressed, saying, "Babe, are you kidding?" And he still didn't slow down. Viewers instantly picked up the dynamic. It wasn't support, it looked like pressure. A moment that should have been fun turned into something uncomfortable to watch. The kind of moment that makes you realize how subtle control can look when it's wrapped in affection. And this tension didn't stay inside their home. It followed every time Scott Disick was in the picture. Scott had been part of the Kardashian world for almost 2 decades. Holidays, birthdays, vacations. He was family even after the breakup. When Travis entered the picture, the air around them changed completely. Travis always looked guarded. Scott looked pushed out. By season 2 of their Hulu show, Scott practically disappeared, and many people believed someone behind the scenes wanted the focus locked solely on Kourtney and Travis. But when producers brought Scott back the next season, and Kris even made sure he got a massive check, the tension behind the scenes doubled. Kourtney didn't look thrilled, and it was obvious Travis wasn't either. Even the kids naturally gravitated towards Scott, which only made everything more complicated. But the strangest shadow in this story comes from something older, something Travis himself put in writing. In his memoir, he talked openly about Kim Kardashian years before he dated Kourtney. The dinners, the fireworks, the bike rides through Amsterdam. The closeness between them that he described so gently it made fans raise their eyebrows. Kim has denied it repeatedly, but the details he chose to share created a tension that never really went away. When you marry into a family where you once described yourself as drawn to the sister, that kind of history doesn't vanish, it lingers. And fans believe that layer of unspoken awkwardness plays a massive role in the distance between Kourtney and Kim today. And if you look even further back, the patterns become even clearer. Travis's ex-wife, Shanna Moakler, has spoken openly for years about how their relationship left her drained emotionally. She talked about him needing to appear like the perfect father, the perfect partner, even when their private life was filled with tension. She described moments of feeling overshadowed, unheard, isolated, and she claimed there were times she felt he pitted the kids against her in ways that left a lasting impact. Whether people agree with her or not, the stories added a lot of weight to the concerns fans have today. Not because Shanna and Kourtney are the same person, but because patterns can repeat themselves in different ways with different partners. And while the internet debates who's right, who's wrong, and what's exaggerated, the person people worry about most is Kourtney. You can see something heavy in her eyes, something tired in her energy, even when she's surrounded by luxury and cameras. She's trying to create peace. She's trying to hold onto her own world. She's trying to find balance. But every time she steps into the public eye, it feels like she's carrying a weight she doesn't have the words for yet. No one outside that home knows the full truth, and this isn't about pointing fingers. It's about noticing when someone who once moved with so much confidence suddenly seems small inside her own life. Kourtney deserves space, clarity, and the freedom she always fought so hard for. And right now, it feels like she's still trying to reach it. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you hit like and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And the video on your screen right now has even more celebrity deep dives you're going to want to jump into.